Hello everyone, this is Raghu. Welcome to the Salesforce Trailhead video series. In this video, we'll go ahead and create the Apex class for our conference management app. So this Apex class basically is used to send an email in our scenario. So the first step, let's go ahead and launch our Trailhead playground. So once it opens up your org, all you need to do is you need to make sure that we need to go to the developer console to write a specific set of class or classes or anything. So in here, go to the trailhead and click on the gear icon and click on developer console. So it pops up a new window. So either you can write here or just copy the URL, close out the link and put it in the same tab next to it, which will be pretty convenient and easy for us. So now in here we are going to write the new class, which is like the email manager class. So file, go to the file, new Apex class. There are different languages and all that we can write. So let's start with the Apex class. The class name is email manager. So this is basically this class we can use to send an email. So go ahead and copy the existing code, click on this and go back to the developer console and select everything and paste the code you have. So this is basically like a class with a name called email manager, and it has a method called send email. So the send email is taking in some input arguments like the addresses, string of addresses, like it can send to multiple people, and the subject and the message and stuff. And in here we do have an object or called messaging, and in here like we can create a single email message object, and then we can set a specific subject or a total address or and the text and the emails to whom we want to send, and say like messaging.send emails, and the emails will be sent. So in this scenario we are trying to create and write everything in the form of code, but in real time what happens is like instead of writing everything in the form of code here, we will create an email template which is kind of out of scope for this session, and we'll call the email template to send the email. But this also pretty much works fine for us in this scenario. So we have this email manager class which we have saved, and yeah, click on save. If you see a star icon here, which means like any changes that you have made in this file are not saved. So go ahead and say file, save. So once it is saved, so the next option that we do is we'll try to send an email. To send the email using this email manager, let's copy this existing code, copy it and go back to the developer console and click on debug and open execute anonymous. So in here, let's paste the code. So what happens is whenever we try to execute this code, this will go ahead and call the class that we have written, the email manager class. So email manager class it is calling and sending the list of email addresses that we want to send and the subject message, all these things, basic stuff. Okay. So in here, to test it in real time, like if you want, you can own email address so that you can go ahead and get the email in real time. So I say, so go ahead and give your Gmail address here or email address to which you want to. Now, once done, go ahead and click on execute. So as and when you execute, you see here on the logs on the below log tab, you see like there is a success, which means like the email has been sent. Now let's go to the Gmail account and let's search if we have received an email or not. Boom, there you go. So you see that the speaker confirmation. So this is a sample email that we are sending. Thank you for speaking at the conference. If you see here in the developer console, let's go back and open the anonymous window, and you see the subject speaker confirmation and the body as thank you for speaking at the conference. The same is the case, the subject as speaker confirmation and thank you for speaking at the conference. So it means like this is a sample email that we are able to send from our Apex class. So then some minor modifications to the existing code. So we are trying to make the method as static. So if you see the anonymous block that we have executed in this scenario, we are trying to call the email manager class, create an object, and then the object reference em dot send mail. This is the method that we have right here. So in this scenario, in the next scenario, we are going to make the method send mail. Because it is an utility class and it doesn't work with an instance or specific variables, you are going to make it as a static method. So for a static method, the advantage is we need not create an object for calling that method. We can call it directly with the help of class name. So let's make those minor changes. So go back to this. So in here, if you see, there's only a specific syntax change, like we just need to add static. So public static void send email and save it. And the next step here is, if you go ahead and look at the anonymous block that we're going to execute now, it looks everything as is the same, but the only difference here is the line number 10. The line number 10 here, you see that we use the class name directly, email manager dot send email. Whereas in the previous scenario, we are trying to, let's compare here. Here we are directly using the class name, but in the above scenario, we are creating an object and then using that reference to send an email. So that's the difference, which makes like when you use a static keyword, you can call that method directly with the help of class name. So let me remove these two lines. Just put this one. And we still have the same email address and click on execute. So once you click on success, which means like you are able to again send an email successfully. So this is kind of concludes this session module. But let's go back and verify, and if you see here, you just notice like we got one more new email which confirms that the static method changes also works. So now let's go ahead and verify the steps that we have executed. So once everything looks good, we should be able to get the points that are assigned, like the 100 points that were assigned to this challenge. Boom, there we go. We have successfully completed this Apex class. So let's meet in the next module and understanding the basic set of SOQL statements. Okay, let's thank you for